This is Ricky the Hitman Hatton, and you're watching Lights Out.
This is Faisal Khan for Lights Out, proudly sponsored by Spartans Law. We're here at Bournemouth Beach, and I'm delighted to be joined by Mckinson. Michael features on this Saturday night's card at the Vitality Stadium, where Lawrence Okoli will defend his WBO cruiserweight title against Chris Smith. Firstly, Michael, how you doing, mate?
I'm good. It feels good to be here in the sun. You know, hour down the road from me, it feels like I'm on holiday. You know, important job to do on the weekend. Not just win, but look good. I'm out to turn heads. I'm really out to put a statement on this weekend. Very happy and very grateful to be on such a great card. When they brought this to Bournemouth last year, I was out in Texas with the Ortiz fight, and I remember watching it and being a little bit jealous, you know, thinking I'd love to be a part of that. So I'm very happy to be here. Big thank you to Sky Sports boxer Ben Shalom, Joe from K4, you know, everyone that's allowed me this opportunity. I will 100% make a statement on the weekend.
Oh, is it fair to say that we're considering this like an away day for you and your fans?
A little bit, but this is close for me. Like, I'm less than an hour down the road. If anything, this is the closest I fought to my hometown in the last 5.5 years. Obviously, I fought in Bournemouth in December, but other than that, I fought away most of them. So this is home for me. This is home.
Okay, well, it's been obviously a year since that defeat to Virgil Ortiz. You know, when you went out there, fought him, you put up a very good performance, but obviously the result didn't go your way that night. What have you learned about yourself since that defeat, and what's changed about you, Michael?
No, it was tough taking my first defeat over there. Very, very tough taking my first defeat, but I proved that I can compete at the world stage. I'm always developing as a fighter. Every camp I have, I mature as a fighter. I learn more things about myself, and you know, to take forward with me. The loss I took forward with me. I learned a lot in that fight. I learned that I won't stand out at that elite level, at that world level. I won't stand out. I've come back down a level, and I'm like getting knockouts. I've got a TKO in my last fight, so I know that the level I've been fighting at, I don't belong at. I do deserve the bigger fights, but we take every fight as they come, and this guy the weekend is very dangerous. He's a banana skin. 19-6, busy. Like, he can punch a little bit as well. So I've got a tough task ahead of me the weekend. But as always, I'm confident as ever. I feel good. You know, I feel happy. I feel very dangerous, and I feel confident I'm going to turn some heads, 100%.
A good win and a good performance puts you right back into that mix. I've got to ask you, what is the number one target from now to the end of this year, and perhaps the early next year, perhaps the summer of 2024? What have you got in your sight for the next sort of 18 months, Michael?
A good win, but really I should be in the mix anyway. I'm number one in the UK, which was part of my next question. It's just I'm number one in the UK, but I'm not very talked about. That's number one in the UK, which is a bit weird. I've competed at a higher level than every other welterweight in the UK. I don't lose sleep on not getting the domestic fights, because I'm number one, Echo is number two, and Kongo's number three at the moment. I beat Kongo quite easy 2 years ago. Echo beat him very, very close the other day. I thought Echo deserved it, but it was a really, really one of them fights, a pick and fight. So I believe I should be competing at the world level. You know, we take every fight, like I said, take every fight as they come. Hopefully I'll look good I know I'll win, but hopefully I'll look good the weekend, and then we can push on for the world names. That's what we want. I'm far too ambitious and confident in myself not to think of the world stage.
As you said, you know, you fought against Chris Kongo, you've already beaten him, and Kongo and Echo Essuman fought on a Sky Sports card. So I know you just said that you're not losing sleep on the domestic fights, but when you look at the fact that they're all fighting on the same platform, does it not give you a bit of confidence, thinking that obviously if it all goes well on Saturday night, a fight with Echo Essuman could be made?
They don't want to fight me, I don't believe. My name's never talked about. Now, if I was in their shoes...
But is that sometimes maybe not a bad thing as well?
Not really, because they don't like. It obviously means that they don't want to mention me, because they don't want the animosity, and they don't want, because deep down I think they know that I'm the boogeyman of the domestic 147 division. If I was in their shoes, I would be I'd be gunning for the guy at the top if I was in their shoes. Like I was for a long time, with like trying to get the Conor Benn, trying to get the Josh Kelly was at 147, the Chris Kongo, but no one wants to fight me. So we just stay in our path, take every fight as they come, like I said, and the big fights will come. The big fights will come because I'm there.
You mentioned Conor Benn. Obviously, we saw what went down in Dublin when he bumped into Kell Brook. There's a lot of negativity surrounding Conor Benn because of the whole failed drugs test, and a lot of people are saying, well, we've still not seen clear proof to prove your innocence. Conor Benn at the moment, I personally don't think he's going to campaign at 147 because he's been outside of the ring for so long. But is that a fight that you'd be willing to make? And do you think Conor Benn should be looking at fighters perhaps like yourself and maybe a Josh Kelly, maybe the sort of big names at 147 before he looks to take on someone like Kell Brook, who's not fought since last February?
Really, I think the public would like to see him to fight someone domestic regardless, just to get the British side back on his side a little bit. Like Kell Brook's obviously the main guy, the bigger fight for him, so that's why he's focusing on Kell Brook right now. But who else is there? Nobody except me. At 147. So, but to be fair, I'm not losing sleep on it. Like every people want to mention Conor Benn in every interview, but I'm not losing sleep. I don't really care. I'm on my path. If he don't mention me, I'm not interested.
Okay, one final one before I let you go, because I know you've had a bit of a long day and I'm pretty sure you just want to relax. We've got tomorrow's presser as well. Last night, news broke out on social media that a fight between Errol Spence and Terence Crawford is, well, we're hoping it's a done deal for July the 29th at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas for all the marbles. What's your prediction for that fight if it happens, Michael?
When I was out in Texas for the Ortiz week, Crawford was there. He's not very big for a 147.
He's been at that weight for quite a while now, so
yeah, he's not very big, but I would never bet against Crawford. If I had my last pound, I would bet on Crawford. I think he's just a completely different animal, and I really would back him to beat Spence. Spence is a bigger 147. There was talk of him even moving up not that long ago. Crawford's very healthy, and he's a very, very good fighter.
Okay, well, Michael, listen, we wish you the best of luck for Saturday night. Thank you very much for your time, and hopefully we'll catch up with you after fight night, or perhaps maybe at tomorrow's presser.
Brilliant, yeah, I appreciate it, thank you.